Alright, so I realized I was going through the video, all the time-lapse stuff that I did yesterday. I realized that I never did anything saying what I was doing. This is the car. I already disassembled some stuff, but I was stupid and didn't say anything about it before I did. This car has rust. It's it's not bad, but it's not amazing. So obviously there's a lot of stuff inside it because I already started disassembling. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to fix the black car, and we're going to take the red car apart and take everything out of it and put it in here.
What was I going to say? So when this car's done, everything's swapped over and it's running and driving, how much more work would it be to get this car to be a rolling and driving car so you can sell it as a whole?
It'll never be a whole.
Never?
I went through that car and I cut all of the engine harness out of the wiring harness and stripped the body, the under dash harness and the engine harness are one piece. So I went through it all and I pulled all the engine stuff out. It was like 14 pounds worth of wiring or something like that. It was something ridiculous.
So it's not as simple as hooking up a new engine and dash harness.
Yeah, well, I mean it is, but I wanted to go the extra mile on this car because I was planning on keeping it forever.
So I know on my car, somewhere around the bottom of the dash in the cabin or just in the engine bay somewhere, there's a massive clip where you can connect the engine harness to the body harness.
No, these are not like that. These are one thing. And I didn't want all the extra wiring, so I pulled it all out. Took like 3 days.
Damn.
And then I went through and the front of the car is cut all the way at the front, remember?
Yeah.
The radiators. The fucking bottom bolt's a 17 and the top's a 14. What the fuck?
Gotta love that.
It goes to show you how often I work on Miatas. Yeah. But, yeah, the harnesses are... So you would need to make that car whole again, you would need to put the factory radiator mounts back or modify your radiator to fit like mine does, because that radiator is moving over this car. And then you would need the engine with the whole like chassis harness, and then you would end up with the inside of the car is going to have like 300 holes in it because of the subframe reinforcements and all that.
I just hope this car doesn't have so much rust in it that it's like really, really fucked up.
This one?
Yeah.
No, it's all here in the quarters. Or
underneath isn't bad because
No.
it's also on the frame right there.
Just it's actually the subframes and then the right here on the sides. The actually like down the middle is perfect. It's really weird. It's like they undercoated the middle. They didn't bother with the rest of the shit.
Yeah.
Well, this is because the rain goes in here and it drains out the bottom here, and the same thing with back there. It goes for the top, it drains out of that quarter.
Now you said there was the same problem on these cars too in some areas.
Yep, same spots.
Are you able to just buy a whole new rocker and weld it in?
Yep. I'm going this weekend to pick up quarters. $60 a side.
Did the junkyard just come out?
Nope.
He's gonna buy all new.
It's a guy who parts out Miatas.
Nice.
He's got actually a 99, same year as this car. It's just white. I'm probably gonna fix the fenders because it's got side skirts that cover them, so they don't have to be like perfect. And then I'm gonna fix the quarters so that they don't have a rust out of it.
Yeah.
Jesus. Can you roll that out?
Hercules! Hercules! Oh. A little bit more.
Oh, hold on.
Oh, you almost got it.
I know, my leg's in the way.
Alright, my turn to lift.
Hold on. Are you gonna manhandle it like I did?
Well, I just don't want to get...
have to... Here, I got it.
Look at it. Ready?
Sure. Just put it back down. This one's way higher because it's in more.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So I got it to move, and then I realized I couldn't like lift the car up all the way because then my back's like...
Oh, watch out, and I'll do it.
Are you going to lift it?
I'm lifting it with my leg.
Oh. Yeah, I didn't keep that. My leg, I got fat right there, but it's like weak fat. It's
you
like
lift it with your leg right there.
it's like ow. Yours, my hands off.
Okay, so the reason for taking all this apart was because this car has rust. It is not the worst that I've ever worked on, but it is not the best. It's in these frame rails up front. On both sides. I'm not going to crawl over there because you get the point. The fenders, which underneath it seems to be pretty okay. And then the worst part is this back. You can see it down in there. There's a hole in the quarter. All up in there. Is not pretty at all. But luckily, that's not that hard. That's just sheet metal. This quarter's got a big dent right here. The other quarter's got a big dent in it too. So no matter what, the car was going to get painted. I'm not really worried about rust because I can go through and I can fix it all. It's not a big deal. The frame rails, I'm going to use this 3-inch wide by 1/8-inch thick flat bar. About 20 feet of it, just because it was like $3 a foot or something like that, which is crazy because the 3-inch 1/8-inch thick flat bar was like $3 a foot, but 3-inch by 3-inch box tubing was like $40 a foot, and 3-inch by 4-inch box tubing, which the frame rails are 3.5 by 3-inch, whatever. It was like $45 a foot. It was crazy. So I own a welder. I'm just gonna use that, and I'm not doing like every single piece of it. I'm not going through that. We're gonna rebuild the frame rails where they need to be rebuilt. I'm gonna wire wheel a whole bunch of stuff. I'm gonna make my wife wire wheel a whole bunch of stuff and do a whole bunch of seam sealing and stitch welding and all that stuff. We're gonna just primer and undercoat it, and it should be all right.